What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy dMillionaire. Look, we back with another video. And as y'all can tell from the title, man, I got the best, not one of the best lockdown build on NBA 2K26, man. Look, I made me a 6-6 lockdown. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know what I do. You feel what I'm saying? Look, we made something real nice. I can't wait to show y'all. Honestly, bro, first impressions, first thoughts on the game. I'm really enjoying 2K26 so far. Most definitely. I think, as every game is and as every 2K is, a couple of things that they can fine tune. They can just tweak just a tad bit, but not change. Don't change anything, but just fine tune and tweak some things. And that's what I'm gonna kind of dive into that a little bit in the build, and maybe in some ways that I could have made it better, and maybe some ways that you might want to do it. But look, I want to throw this out there as a disclaimer. This is my build. It's catered to my play style. So look, I understand that some people might want to go a little bit taller. I know I said I went 6'6". Some people might want to go a little taller, go 6'8". Some people might want to go middle, 6'7". And some people might want to go really tall and go 6'9". I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, bro. From what I've been able to tell, I've been on this game for 15 hours straight. I've been streaming on Twitch. I just ended my stream, and what I tell y'all is, however you want to play on this game is however you can play, however you want to play. If you want to get on a 6'2" to 6'4" guard and run around, fade, run around, shoot threes, you can do that. If you want to get on a 6'8" LeBron type build, Kevin Durant type build, 6'10" Kevin Durant type build, a 7'4" Wemby type build, a 6'8" LeBron type build, you can do whatever you want to do in this build, and you can be effective on this game. That's one thing I'll say so far, 15 hours in. So with that being said, let me not waste y'all time no more. Let me just get to showing y'all just a little preview, just a little sneak preview of the build, man. Look, bang. Let me go ahead and move my camera for y'all, man. So look, bro, we got my Clamp Thief, man. Now look, I know probably some of the lockdowns, I've seen a lot of lockdowns with this same name. If I would have made him at 6 at small forward, would have got a different name. Honestly, I just like shooting guard. I usually go shooting guards for my lockdowns. It's just personal preference, to be honest. Is attribute difference? Not at all. It's honestly the exact same thing. I just like going to the 2 instead of the 3, because if I go 3 when I'm in the rec, it sometimes matches me up at the 4. And I feel like this build is slightly undersized to play the 4 in the rec. Versus if I'm at the 2, it'll put me with the 2 or the 3, and I feel like this build is perfect for the 2 or the 3. But look, man, we got shades, a Doug Christie, Ron Artest, and Derek White. And if y'all know how them boys get, they are real hawky, real annoying, and they're nuisances, man. So look, without further ado, let's get into the build, man. Let's get into the build. So look, we're gonna break it down from left to right. Boom. 72 standing. I'm gonna go through every stat, but I'm gonna highlight the biggest stats. So we got a 69 close shot, 64 driving layup, a 70 driving dunk, a 72 standing, and a 32 post control. So boom. The highlights of this right here, I'm gonna tell y'all, 72 standing dunk. You have to have rise up on bronze. I promise you, the standing dunks that you get on this build, you get reverse standing dunks, you get just regular standing dunks. Anytime you're under the rim, it's a standing dunk, bro. So this is very crucial. This is very essential. I feel like, me personally, if you're gonna make a lock, you have to go 6'6" or above, because I believe you don't get rise up on 6'4", 6'5" and below. So with that being said, 72 standing dunk is much needed. 70 driving dunk. For the 70 driving dunk, honestly, it was really just an animation thing. When you go to your dunks, most dunks, like the minimum requirement is about a 70 to 75. If you want to go 75 is cool as well. But for what I wanted, just honestly, just basic dunks. I'm a very basic dunk person. I'm not much into contact dunks. I'm gonna make a build later on that's into contact dunks. But really, what I wanted was these athletic one-handers. And with that 70 driving dunk, I get that right there. I'm able to get off, get it right in the rim. That's all I want to do. I just want to get the ball in the rim. So with that being said, that's the 70 driving dunk for you. With the 64 layup, honestly, it's not specifically a reason why I went 64 in general, but I will say though, you have to time your layups this year. With this 64, it's definitely good enough to time layups, but you have to be mindful of your layup timing. Like, it's not just you can't go brain dead like last year and just turn off your meter and it's instantly going in. No, you have to go and time it. So with this 64, you do have a big enough window on wide open layups, a big enough window to make the layup. And to be honest, 9 times out of 10, you're getting extended. That 1 time out of 10 that you have to time the layup, well, be on point, time the layup. It's not too much to it. Now, boom. Now we're gonna get to the shoot. Now, this is my favorite part of the build. And this right here, I'm gonna tell y'all why I did what I did. So we got an 84 midi, we got an 83 tray ball, and we got a 75 free throw. So first off, we're gonna start with the 3 ball. 83 3 ball, bronze limitless. Simply put, I like to have the ability to shoot at the hash. Now with bronze limitless, you can, if you really like that and you have really good timing, you can shoot with the 83. What my plan was to do is to put the max +2 on my limitless and to get it to gold, or even put a max +1 and get it to silver. Which silver to me is to consistently shoot at the hash. I feel like silver is what you need, and that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna end up putting max +1 on my 3 ball, on my limitless, to get silver limitless. 84 midi. 5 cap breakers are getting put on this. I'm gonna tell y'all off the rip, 5 cap breakers is getting put on this midi. I'm gonna get an 89 midi for set shot specialist on gold. Now, what am I gonna do with set shot specialist on gold? I'm gonna put a max +2. This is set in stone. One of my max +2s is instantly going to set shot specialist. I'm getting legend. Yes, this game, I will tell y'all, this game is incredibly easy to shoot on, bro. Like, the pure green window is as advertised, bro. Like, the good shooters are gonna shine on this, bro. If you know your timing, it's going in every time. No cap. So with that, legend set shot specialist, I feel like my green window, the green window already is super big. It's really easy to time. But with this right here, bro, it's gonna go from this to just like, it's gonna make your green window even bigger. So, bro, set shot specialist on gold. And also, when you upgrade your midi, you're gonna get Deadeye on silver as well. So that's not a bad badge to have. 75 free throw. Honestly, filler points. I may or may not go to the pro and may or may not go to the rec. If I do, I'm able to knock down the free throw from time to time. Now, playmaking, there's not really much to see here. 71 pass sack, 70 ball handle, 75 speed with ball. Honestly, ball handle and speed with ball are tied to your speed. So if I do lower this, it's gonna lower my speed. So honestly, these 2 stats are where they are because my speed is where it's at. But my pass act, 71, 70, you only need a 70 for Paolo pass style, but I like to personally go 71 because that diamond on silver. That's honestly, I'm big on when I get the ball, passing it back to my guard, getting the ball, passing it back to my big. I gotta have that 71 pass act. Gotta be able to just get that touch pass off to my guard, get that touch pass off to my big. I'm big on passing the rock. You feel me? I'm big on passing the rock, especially from the lockdown position. I think that's very underrated. I think it's a very underrated thing as a lockdown to be able to get that pass back. You feel me? That touch pass. So boom. Now the best part of the build. Probably the only part of the build that really matters for real. Defense. We got a 60 interior, 94 perimeter, 91 steal, and 74 block. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. Now I'm gonna go straight to what I was talking about earlier. Now, I'm gonna be real. You can do this. And I would not be mad at you for doing this. I wouldn't go no lower because interceptor is really good on this. I would say lane steals are really good on this game. I wouldn't go any lower than this, but if I was to change one thing about this build, it would be that. And you see that it drops me to a 97. Now you get a lot more points to work with. If you really wanted to, you could do this. Honestly, that's something that I would consider doing if you was to remake this build. However, let's go ahead and put that back where it was. However, reason why I went 91, honestly, for that gold glove, but the way that the steals are right now, you don't need a 91. You just need that 85. Get your gold interceptor, get your silver glove. You're not getting no plucks. Blitzes are kind of broken. Honestly, I expect a patch for steals to come. So I would not probably right now go 85. I mean, as of right now, I would go 85. But in a week, 9 times out of 10, when the game actually drops, it's going to be a gameplay patch. And then the 91 steel, 96 steel is going to eventually end up being good. 99 steel is going to eventually end up being good. I do believe they're going to buff steals. But that being said, 94 perimeter defense. I'm cap breaking this to 99. I'm going to have every single badge you see here on legend. Every single one of these badges is going to be legend except immovable enforcer because my strength is only at 72. Got to get that to 99. 94 is it's just a perfect perfect rating just to get the +5 to your cap breakers. And I'm also specializing in defense. So the first 2 cap breakers I get from that, I'm gonna put it on my perimeter. I'm gonna put another 3 and get it to 99. 60 interior, get your paint patroller on bronze. Gotta have some sort of paint presence on this game. It's a whole lot of dunking, it's a whole lot of big builds. Gotta be able to protect the rim, at least at some level. You feel me? Then we got my block, 74 block, paint patroller on bronze. I got high flying denier on bronze as well. That is a chase down artist. If y'all didn't know it, if y'all didn't understand that high flying denier is chase down. And yeah, man, that's the defensive stats. As I said, the only thing I would personally change is the steal. I would definitely lower that to 85 as of right now, as of today. But I do expect the patch to come, so I'm gonna rock out with it. Hey, maybe if the steals do end up getting buffed, maybe I'll put a +5 cap breakers on this as well, and I get the 96. I get Hall of Fame glove, and I'm gonna have Hall of Fame interceptor as well. So maybe the patch will make me actually put my cap breakers on that. But rebounding, 70 O rebound, 55 D rebound. Honestly, O rebound is cheaper than D rebound, and you get box out beast on silver at 70. That's honestly why I went that. I know a lot of people neglect rebound on a lockdown, and I feel like the 1 or 2 boards that you do get a game, if you do get a board, are very crucial. That 1 or 2 rebounds can win the game. Your guard misses the shot, your center box is out, and he doesn't get the rebound, and you jump up and you might be able to get that rebound. That could save the game. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to have some sort of rebound on a lock. I would never endorse making a lockdown build with no rebound. But that being said, we got the last and my personal, well, I'll say the second favorite part of this build. My second favorite part of this build is always shooting first, but second favorite part of this build, physicals. 90 speed, 92 agility, 72 strength, and a 65 vert. We're gonna start with the 65 vert. 65 vert, that's for the threshold for the dunks. 72 strength, immovable enforcer on bronze. What I will say so far, I haven't really dealt with too much of players kind of just, blowing by me, kind of just pushing past me. I haven't really dealt with that too much so far. Maybe if I do, the next build I do make will have a higher strength, but as of right now, I feel like I'm okay with the 72. 92 agility. When I do end up putting my perimeter to 99, to get pick dodger on legend, you have to have a 92 agility. So I'm just getting that ready. And honestly, I think if I was to choose between speed and agility, I think agility is the better attribute to have higher. Obviously, eventually I'm gonna cap break my speed. It's at a 90 right now. I left the room for me to cap break it. I like agility. Agility is your lateral movement. Speed is your vertical movement up and down the court. So that guarding little guards, guarding even big builds, having to go laterally, you have to have a high agility. And last but not least, bro, we got the 90 speed, bro. I get up and down the court just as fast as really anybody. I'm 9 times out of 10 probably the fastest person on the court, unless it's a little guard that I'm guarding. So I mean, this to me, if I personally believe this is one of the best 6'6" builds on the game. As I said, y'all, if there was anything I was to change, it would literally just be my steal, lowering that to 85, and then that gives you a lot more points to work with. You could up that midi to 89. You could get your set shot on gold off rip. You could up your pass sack to 75 if you want to get silver break starter. You could do a whole lot more. This opens up a lot of points for you. I can't tell you what to do with these extra points. What I probably would do again, it would be probably my midi, but what you could do is what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, I did a whole lot of yapping, and I want to know what y'all thoughts are. So, man, y'all make sure y'all leave a comment down below. Make sure y'all like the video if y'all enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, man, I got my 6'6" Clamp Thief. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.